Hello and good morning and welcome to jwsolarusa. This morning I was telling you guys and present with two 50-watt monocrystalline solar panels here, and just doing a test on those little panels, and the performance coming in from the solar array sorry, is this. The state battery state is state of charge is 25 point. This meter, it looks like a little bit off. 3 is Sine and 2.25 amps, 50 watts, 54. That's the energy we already produced. And here is the battery bank. Something about those little meters. I'm checking with the shunts and all that stuff. I don't know if they're kind of interference or whatever to each other, but this is the slight difference. Look at the amps. So it's coming in from the array. That's the amps that's coming out from the batteries, 1.19295, and the energy we already consume from the appliances is 193 watt hours, which is taking only about 51.2 watt from the batteries. So here is the OutBack. So since the OutBack has some kind of amplification, is just amplifying the voltage and the wattage coming from the array. It's looking at it. Okay, let me bring you back closely. Look at the amp 1.4 and look what is coming in from the shunt, 1.3. Okay, nice. It's falling. We just have overcast right there. And okay, take a look at that one closely, the 1.24, 1.23. Let me bring it slowly to is 1.2. Okay, now interesting. Let me go this way. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, maybe you can manage to see that. Okay, 1.16, they're coming up from solar array. 1.12 is coming in. The OutBack just the Mppt just modified that one, you know, boosted. Maybe that's the right word. Sorry, I got some blind so I can see. Okay, 1.1 on OutBack and 1.11. So it seems like now you're running the same. Now we just have a huge over cloud that just cover the sun. So we're on Mppt bulk right now, sitting at 33.9 volt. It's 25.5 amp volt from the battery, in the battery, and 1.1 amp coming in. So just got a huge cloud that covered the sun right now. And back to here, this is the consumption right now. We pull in 64.2 watt from the battery, and at 2.5354 coming out, amps coming out from the batteries, and energy is 197 so far. So, well, if I poke on the battery here and see the state of charge is 75% of the battery. This is just 9 o'clock in the morning. See, it's 9 o'clock. Then add a little gadget here for just showing me the temperature close to the batteries. Approximately we are now 73, oh no, 70 or 72.5, something like that. I don't know if you can see that. See, in between a little stroke there. So, and the Cotek is doing pretty good, making power. Chest freezer, refrigerator, full size refrigerator, family size is running. The batteries are healthy. They are tied in 24 volt system. I had them before. If you guys watch my videos, some of you guys, you will see all these ones were like a single banks. So I decided to try 24 when I got I always have a 12 volts. So I decided to try 24 volts. All what I did, these were all parallel. There's a wire that comes here, negative all the way running to the combiner box right here. But I took that one and I just end up having one from that side here with a big fuse. I suppose it's 200 amps. I think you guys can see that closely. Let me zoom. Yep, see that? 200 amps fuse. And you guys can see back to the batteries, and you tie one end of the neutral, which is the negative, from there, and the positive on the other side right there. So they draw the battery at the same time, so one end is not suffering from the other. So all I gotta do from that setup before, these are all like all negative, but negative connectors here and positive all the way here. So all I have to do is just flipping these things over. So I series them, positive to negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. So that gives me two batteries, 24 volts, 150 amp hour batteries. By the way, these batteries, each of them is a 150 amp hour battery. So it would have been like 300 for two, like 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150. You guys who has been following me, I was carrying a 900 amp hour battery bank. Now because I went to 24 volt system, my battery bank, the current, the amps dropped from 900 to 450 because the voltage went up and the amps dropped. That's how it works. You can't have the voltage and the amps going up at the same time. One's supposed to either or. So that's how it works. So if you guys if you have people that are confused with that, you can ask me questions, send me comments. I can able to explain that again to you guys, but I think the video can make more sense. So by doing these is series them, it's two batteries, is a 150 connected. It gives it now 24 volt 150 amp instead of 300. The amps dropped, the voltage went up. The same thing 150 150. That gives you 450. So I end up with a little bank now. Instead of 900 to 450, 24 volts, really efficient. I'm starting liking it, but I still miss my 12 volts, which I still have with my light system for the house. So that's why this is how you connect it. All used to be negative, positive, negative, and positive. So now it's just I remove this ones here, all the negatives and all the positives. So you go positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. So that makes it a 24 volt battery bank, and parallel them, positive to positive to positive, negative, negative to negative. So that complete the circuit. If you guys can take a look here closely, you will see my battery sense wire from the OutBack. At least it can able to monitor the temperature, exactly how the battery the charge controller is supposed to be charging the batteries without overheating, overcharging, boiling, and all that good stuff. If you guys some of you guys watch my video, I was talking about these capacitor. This capacitor is awesome. This is the brand right here. You guys can read that. It's made in USA. You see that? Sorry, this metal is on the way. It's a 25 volt DC and surge all the way to 30 volt. What this one does, it helps with the surge, high surge to my system. If the refrigerator and the freezer kicks in right away or simultaneously with any other heavy load, this thing can help it because it stores electricity a higher voltage, which is this one is 8,900 microfarad. So that's the voltage it stores, you know, and it releases it at once when the refrigerator needs it and kicks in, or maybe a well pump and all that good stuff, and it does it right away. So at least the inverter is not gonna strain. And you know, sometimes if you have like excess if you don't have the proper wiring and the proper surge for a particular inverter, it tends to bring down. You can feel the compressors and everything on your refrigerator like rumbling, you know. It's just like boom, 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 boom. Just like you're doing a dryer or washer is almost get done with the process. But so far so good. System is running good, and more modification coming on the way, which I've been saying that on my videos, and it's coming. Wind turbines, I'm still checking on those and see how I can able to orientate, do the proper. The problem I have right now is just I need my shaft that comes on the wind turbines, the engine, the motor itself. I need a proper prop that's gonna go into that thing that can fit into it. So that's why I'm struggling. I'm not a wind turbine guy. I've never had one, but I've done a lot of research into that kind of stuff. I even contacted some few of my my subscribers, and they gave me some advices and something. So I have AC ones instead of a DC. So at least they said they're gonna do a pretty good job, you know, by converting and using a rectifier from AC to DC, and things gonna just work pretty good, no loss. So I have to listen to the people that already done it, and I'm not Mr. Fancy Pants here, or think everything I know we learn from each and every one of us. But anyway, I like to deal with people that already try, you know, the system. You know, like me, I'm buying stuff and I try them. Someone asks me a question, they are able to explain that better to them, because I've used it, I've tried it, I know the performance. Just like I was telling you guys about the new solar panel for my home, and you guys saw that. And I told you guys I'm not gonna give you any review till I try them, and that's what I'm doing right now. We have less sun outside, but these panels are kicking. They're doing pretty good job. See that? One thing I was gonna show you guys here that really interesting about the OutBack. Okay, if you go into the menu here, you go to the advanced mode. I'm now sitting at a non-GT. Okay, let's go back. We're bringing in 100 watt, correct? So we go back here, there, and let's put into GT. And now it requires the password. And most of you guys that have OutBack, you know the password. So just press and hold this thing while it goes to 141, then push enter. Just put into GT mode. And see, this GT is supposed to be for other people that wants to sell the power back to the grid. Okay, look what is happening. When you put into GT mode, the OutBack seems to increase the voltage way up, and the amps, the input amps, dropped. Why is that? The reason is because the OutBack is it's putting the panel into extra work. It sucks every power, every single bit of energy that left into that panel, and utilize the weather out there to produce, even to push the panels to the max, that they have to produce what they have. so that that excess power will go back to the grid. As your battery is already full, then you can able to sell back. That's how it works. Look at that, it's going at 39.1 volt. So it's pushing higher voltages. And remember guys, I have high voltages, high volt panels. So by leaving it into the standard mode, that makes it sometimes better. But since I'm not selling back, but it helps the batteries to charge really fast. Look, we just went to 40.7 volts. The amps is 2.1, but it's bringing into the batteries now 3.1, while the wattage coming in just dropped. Like I was telling you guys, it's just 9 almost 9:30 in the morning. So this OutBack can do a pretty good job. No, but I'm not here to give any reviews which charge controller is the best out there. All of them are good, you know. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about trying Midnight Solar, because there are a lot of reviews and good stuff about other people talking about Midnight Solar. Since I'm gonna be going through the wind turbine stuff and all that good stuff, I want to get a Midnight Solar because it has a feature that I can able to utilize with the hyper something. I don't have the thing on my head right now, but it's hyper something. So I found out that the Midnight Solar, the 150 Midnight Solar 150 volt, which is, I think it's 96, I suppose that it's 96, don't quote me, 96 amps is the best. And I even cross-check with my other friends, subscribers on YouTube, and I have a conversation with just in case, and I have a conversation with KVUSMC Kenny. So I got some advice onto the wind turbines. You know, he told me to go into the AC wind turbines instead of DC. He said they're really efficient. I can understand that, because if you're charging at a higher voltage, if you bring in a high voltages in, the conversion is kind of less, you know, you're not losing anything. But since I have never dealt with the AC one, so I end up like, you know, contacting these two guys, and they gave me the info. Just in case told me he doesn't have any idea about wind turbines, he never had one, so he's not gonna give me no advice into that one. He was just telling me about the Midnight Solar. So I was asking him what he thinks about the Midnight Solar, because all these videos is pushing some power, and they're working for him. So since he has been working with those, and I want to take advice to the people who has already dealt with them, you know. And even Reverend John and Pastor Davies, Ido, we have all conversations all the time about good stuff, and these are good people, you know. If I don't mention your name, doesn't mean I don't like you, but just I'm away from my computer and all that other stuff, and you guys are all great. You know, I really appreciate the friendship and the connection we have. These people, we're talking all the time. You know, like Jason and Andrea, if that's how it's pronounced. If I don't pronounce it right, forgive me. But he's a nice guy too, from the West Coast. He's doing an awesome job. Engineer 775, is a good one too. You know, he gets a lot of stuff. And talking about you know, a lot of installation he has done. You know, trumpet guy from Texas. You know, these are all good guys. All of you guys are good. You know, all my subscribers, my viewers, YouTubers, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for all the friendship and all the good stuff. This is a family channel, you know, friends, family, you know. If you want to have a clean conversation, you gotta find the right guys. You know, sometimes some people just want to start trouble. You know, and if someone is seeking for an answer, I don't think he wants to fight, because he had something that he really wants to be answered. And instead of helping that person to understand or educate that person, it's not a matter of fighting that person. It doesn't help. You know, you get that person frustrated because he wants the answer, and someone started using the F word or trying to drop the bomb on them. You know, they get so angry because they want the answer, they don't get it, and they're gonna fight back. You know, and this is not what we want as God's children. We have to help each other, like I always say on my channel, and let's be nice and respectful to everybody, which is not working all the time like that, because everybody is raised differently, everybody has different beliefs. But one important thing is mutual understanding. If we have a mutual understanding and respect for each other, and this will be good planet. And I'm not here to educate anybody. I'm not here to talk to or yell at anybody, just like I'm trying to put something on someone's head. But I'm just, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. Everybody has one. So remember, if you don't like my opinion, don't respond to it. If you like what I'm saying, well, I think it makes sense. And I wish you guys all the best as I'm rounding up this video. Boy, this guy is kicking. I'll recommend this guy. I'll recommend him big time. You know, I like to try stuff, like I was saying. I got my OutBack. I have to take it out. And I'm trying things, because if I want to help people, at least I have answers when they ask me. It's not like just flashing there, showing off. You don't know things that much, but you want to start fight. But I take things down and try different machines, like I was telling you with the OutBack grid tied system. So inverter, grid tied. So I want to try this, so I don't mind. I dismantle my system and try things and put things. I run them for months and whatever, and if I don't like it, I get rid of it or I save it. I have some other projects. I have some friends that are interested into my stuff. They'll buy them from me. So I'm just like a beta guy to them. I'm the one testing things, buying things and test them and see how it works. Got a lot of reviews. Then that's it. I'm done with it. See that just happened? All the refrigerators just stopped working right now. They went to sleep. 0 amps, 0 watt, 216 energy they took from the battery. Now it is resting. Take a look at this. This from the shunt. It says 80.3, 80.5, and 3.15 amps coming in. This is the OutBack right here. See that? Here is 76. Okay, 78, 79, and here is 120. So the OutBack is boosting the power. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. I'm telling you folks, 26 volts in the batteries right now. And like I was telling you guys about this feature, take a look at it. So I'm taking the GT off, non-GT off. See what's going on. The amp's gonna go up. Take a look of that 23, that 3.5 and the 4.7, and look at the voltage closely. The 35 is dropping. See, 4.6 going to the batteries, 4.7. See that? And the 3.4, which is the amps coming in, the amps are going up. And look what is going on to the battery. It's almost 5 amps. So this is my this is my confusion right now here, which they said the high voltage is really efficient, which is true. But when you do that, you suppress the amps. So since I have a big battery, sometimes I don't, it's just sorry, confusing me. Which the amps I need most to charge the batteries, but the voltages, if they're high, they tend to charge a bit battery bank so fast. Even there's a lot of amps coming in because of the conversion, high voltages and pushing. If you bring in 100 volts from your solar array, then you're charging a 24 volt battery. That has a big conversion right now. It's pushing all the power, even though the amp's gonna be small, but it's pushing it. But this is the thing: when you push the Mppt, the GT mode, and even on the cloudy weather, is demanding from the solar array all the power that say, give me all what you got. Is pushing everything. At least you get able to have some power. You're stretching the solar panels, so they can give you